Hello and welcome. This week we are going to be making something quite a bit different. We're going to be making a turn-based battle game, a little bit like Pokemon or the turn-based battles in the old Final Fantasies and things like that. Before we start, we're just going to do a little bit of basic setup. The first thing you might remember is we're going to put this little code here, and that just reminds Trinket to use Python 3. The second thing I'm going to do is give it a name. So I'm just going to call mine Monster Battle. And I might just hit save just so that I know it's started the process of saving things. Let me make that text a little bit bigger. And then last time again, if you remember, we used some modules. We used time, I think, which let us do time.sleep, which paused things for a couple of seconds at a time, which was useful. And we also might have used random, but we certainly will in this one. If you tried to do time.sleep or random.choice or one of those sorts of functions without importing these, it would basically just give an error. So I'm just going to do it before I've started here. The last thing I'm going to do as setup is I'm just going to set some basic variables here. So I'm going to have a player name. Now, again, you don't have to call yours player name. It could be monster name or your name or something. That's just the name that I'm giving it. And I'm going to call mine Fredosaur. That's my monster. And I might do something like player health, and I might set that at 50. Now, just a bit of a note here. If I put quotation marks around the 50, that sets the player health not to a number, but to what's called a string, which is a set of letters in a row. I definitely don't want that. I want it to be a number, so I'm going to take those quotation marks off. And I'll probably do the same thing for the enemy. So enemy name is, I don't know, Scary Dude. Please come up with a better name than that. And the enemy health is equal to 50 as well, maybe. Right, I think that's probably all. Just to show you one little extension that you could do with that one, is you could actually use random.choice, and then I could make a little list of enemies up here. So I could call enemy list, and I could make a list. I could say, hairy face, scary dude, and peekaboo. And then here I could say I'm going to do a random choice from there. Let me just test that by printing the enemy name. And let's see if that works. So first time scary dude, peekaboo. Yeah. So you might like to do a random choice of enemies, or you might just like to set the enemy name. Completely up to you. But make sure you get that little bit of setup done. Choose your own names, choose your own health values. Please, this is just a jumping off point, so you'll do things differently to this. I'm going to hit save, and I'll see you in the next video.